Hi there, Parent Chat 4 to 9 members. Welcome to video 8, Money Management. And the topic in money management that I'm going to discuss with you today is all about allowances. Whether or not to provide an allowance for your child or teen, or what kind of an allowance, or how they can earn their money to receive the allowance, and a personal story, of course. So when you think of the word allowance, you think of a certain amount of money that you will receive each week or twice a month or once a month. And with that money, it's basically a way for your child or your teenager to manage that money to help cover their expenses and for them to be able to buy what they need and buy what they want all on their own from money that they've actually earned. Now, when you think of allowance, you also think of chores, right? Like, okay, these are going to be your chores, and if they are all fulfilled within this specific time frame, then this is the amount of money that you're going to earn. Now, families decide to handle allowances and the disbursement of money to their children and teenagers in whatever, in a manner that suits their family. Now, what I can do here right now is share with you what I decided to do and what my outcome was. Because there's different ways to determine what is the money value in correlation with the type of chores that your child does. I just wanted an easier way to kind of determine what that value would be. And so what I decided to do was, from the time that my daughter was 3 years old, yes, my daughter did chores from the time she was 3 years old. She watered the plants, and she put the pillows back, and she made sure that her area was always clean, just simple things like that. But it got her to start thinking and being trained to be responsible for herself and to earn her own money so that she could save it and buy something that she wanted. Okay, so yes, 3 years old. And how I implemented the value amount was what her age was at the time. So basically, when she was 3 years old, and if she did all her chores during that week, then she would earn $3 for that week. And that's how I did it. And I continued to do that all the way through until she left my house and went to college. And so when she was 15 years old, she got $15 a week. And if she didn't do her chores by the time the deadline reached, then she wouldn't earn her money, because she really needed to know and learn that she was an active contributor to the family and into keeping the household clean and tidy, and it was her responsibility to do the certain things on her chore list. And if they were not done, then her allowance would be forfeited. So that would be my suggestion on trying to excuse me, trying to figure out what the money value would be toward the allowance. Now, another thing about giving your child the option of earning money and getting an allowance that I did was, her bedroom was her own bedroom, and whatever happened behind that door was her responsibility and her business. Meaning, I did not put cleaning her room as one of her chores, because that's her personal space, and I felt that if she wanted to live in a bedroom that was like a tornado hit it, with clothes everywhere and just you know us parents, when we walk in there, we just want to cringe, right? So I allowed that to be her own personal space, and I did not include that on her chore list. Another way to accomplish this would be to have a chore chart and rotate the chore duties weekly, if you have, you know, more than one child. I only had one child that I was raising in my household. So her chores were basically the same. And actually, as she got older, I added to them and I changed them. And I took, you know, less responsibility for myself and I added more responsibility onto her. Not just because she was older and I know that she can handle the responsibility, but it was also a way to teach her how to maintain a household, to maintain your private residence so that it stays clean and tidy, and you know, so that you can live in that type of environment, right? Who wants to live in a messy house? You know, I sure don't. And so those are the tips that I have today regarding allowance. So first of all, to recap really quickly, I decided to attach the value of the money value for the chores that she did every week. I attached it to how old she was at the time. So when she was 3 years old, she got $3 a week. When she was 10, she got $10 a week, and so on and so forth. And that's how I handled that. I kept her room off of the chore list, the chore list, because I felt that that was her own personal space. And if she wanted to live in that type of environment, that was basically her business, and I had nothing to do with it. And the other thing that I want to share with you is that the tip was, if you wanted to put everything on a chore chart and add responsibilities as your child gets older, that is another way that you can teach him or her how to maintain a household. So that is video 8, money management, and the topic is allowance. The next video, in video 9, is part 2 of money management, and it is going to be about gift giving. I'll see you in video 9. Goodbye, Parent Chat 4 to 9 members.